Hi, my name is Mandy. I am with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is SmartPlans Overview. You can guess it. We're going to go over the smart plans today. It's going to be an overview. So I'm going to give you some prep work ahead of time, what to do to be able to have full success with smart plans and save yourself some steps, and also how to create them, how to edit them, how to find templates so that you don't have to recreate the wheel as you start your business, things like that. So if you are here with me live and you have any questions at all as I'm teaching today, feel free to drop those questions in the chat. And if I see them while I'm teaching, I'll get them answered. If not, no worries. I will stay a couple minutes after class and help get those answered. If you're watching this back on the recording, you can definitely reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to see how we can help you. So first things first, let's go ahead and sign into Command here. And let me explain a little bit about the difference between smart plans and email campaigns. So I feel like there's some blurred lines there. It may not be super clear. So over here on the left-hand side of your command, you can see the different tabs that you have. You can always click that red KW at the top, the red block, and it will show you the names. So your campaigns live right here, and there is an option for an email campaign within that tab. That's great for like one-time emails. Think of an email blast. Think about if you're advertising maybe an event or a just listed, something that you'll just send out that one time to your sphere. Okay, that is what an email campaign can do for you. Smart plans, however, let me let the next little batch in from our waiting room. There we go. So smart plans live up here on this tab. It is much more than an email. It's going to include different features like being able to send out emails for you, create task reminders for you. Um, Even if you have text availability, like if you have a Twilio account linked to your command, it will actually send out automated text for you as well. This can also repeat. So think of it as a nurturing plan, a nurturing smart plan that can continue to go out. If you have things like the monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan that I'll show you today, it actually will send out a monthly email to your contacts, providing them with neighborhood information and current listings based on which neighborhood they prefer or possibly live in, depending on what you have set up for them. So you can always have that smart plan within your smart plans tab. And as you get more leads, you just continue to add them to that smart plan and it will continue to send out. Do you see the difference? So instead of a one-time email blast, this can be continuous. It could be something that you want to repeat every month, every quarter, every year. So this is a way to really leverage your business, leverage your command system here to help you better. So we're going to go through all of that in detail today. Gosh, we got a lot of people coming in today. This is awesome. Good crowd, guys. So hopefully that clarifies for you what the difference is between a campaign, like an email campaign, or what a smart plan is. Now let's jump into a little bit of the prep work. There's some things that you just want to check on and get ready so that when you jump into smart plans, you've saved yourself some time and steps, right? You've gotten the stuff done ahead of time that you need to get done. So then you can just go. So first things first, up here on the top hand right side of your screen, top hand right, I do speak, guys. I'm sorry. That is not great grammar. At the top corner, right-hand corner of your screen here, you'll see your name. If you give that a click, choose settings from that drop-down menu, and I'll zoom in while it is opening that. There we go. So this is your applications page, otherwise known as your command settings as well. One thing to check here, if we scroll all the way down towards the bottom, you will see a command mail section right about here. This is under email services. These are the emails, or this is the email system that Smart Plans will use to send out your automated emails. It gives you up to 5,000 free sends per month. And one of the things that you just want to check is to make sure you click manage over here on the right and make sure that your name and your email appears you would like them to. right down here at the bottom, it shows you how your name will appear on the emails that go out. So maybe if you're on a team or you have a certain brand or certain way that you want your name to present or display, you can adjust it here. Also, the reply to email. Now, when an email goes out from a smart plan, it does send from a generic email address. I'm going to pop one out on this screen over here and hopefully bring it over for you to be able to see. Give me just a second. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. You can give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can see it. But I just wanted to show you what a sample email will look like when it goes out through your command mail. You can see the address right here that it emails from. It shows agent with a lot of numbers at mailer.kw.com. Has your name displayed like you would like it to. Thank you, Jeanette, for that thumbs up. I wanted to make sure that it was working correctly. But when a consumer replies to that, it will go to the email address that you have right here in these settings. Okay, so you just want to make sure this email is where you want to receive those replies from your consumers. All right, so that information lives right here under the Manage tab for Command Email. And up here at the top, you can actually see how many sends that you have used already. And if you need to purchase more, if you're working with a large database, or maybe you're just really leveraging your smart plans, you can always come right here and manage subscription. While you do get 5,000 free a month, if you want to go over that, there is a monthly fee for that. Okay, so that's why you would need to come here to manage subscription, look at the plans and decide if you want to upgrade that subscription. Okay, but for right now, it's 5,000 a month free. Just want to make sure I'm super clear about that for you guys. Okay. All right. So we're going to X right there. That was command mail that I wanted you to make sure that you've checked and looks good before you start on your smart plans. The next thing is to check the Twilio account right here. Twilio is not required. Again, want to be super clear about that. It's not required. However, if you do get a Twilio account that's a KW Twilio account, you can actually set up smart plans that will send out automated text messages, and they're pretty dynamic. I'll show you some options today about how it can really just be great leverage for you. But again, not required. If you use a smart plan that does include automated texts and you do not have a Twilio account, it will just create a task reminder for you to send out a manual text through your own device. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. We've got somebody trying to record the class. I just want to let everybody know, since we record on our own, there's actually no recording allowed. So there we go. Okay, sorry. Just had to nip that. All right. Okay, there we go. Got it handled. All right. Let's go back. All right, so we just went over command email and we went over Twilio. Okay, you can subscribe right here on the right if you need to add that Twilio account. If you already have a Twilio account, there is an opportunity to transfer that number to a KW account, or you can start a brand new one. Either way, you can come right here to the subscribe button and actually jump in and look at the different plans that are offered. They're pretty great, and it's not a cost per character. It does fluctuate a little bit, so you can look at the different plans, but they're very reasonable. And so again, just want to check that before you jump into smart plans. Next, over here under Connect settings, let's look at your marketing profile. Now we have, oh, Joanne asking for Twilio. So Twilio is a text messaging service. Basically, you get a phone number that you can actually send out bulk text messages with. You can text to an individual with that number and do that through command. However, it's really great leverage for sending out bulk emails. Excuse me, bulk text messages. Excuse me. So bulk text messages is what Twilio is. It's a Twilio texting platform, okay, for automated texts. You're welcome. Okay, so marketing profile here over here on the left under your connect settings. We're going to look at this briefly. I just want to show you 2 points on it. We do have a video on our YouTube channel that goes through this in great detail to show you how to fill out every single field and get your photos on here. I just want to show you 2 things that will make an impact specifically on your smart plan. If you do not have this toggled on, toggle it on. That way it's branded throughout your marketing and your command marketing. But coming on down, you see the basics, name, right? But this agent license number right here, really recommend you have your state license number on this if it is applicable to you. If you are a licensed agent, have your license number here, because when you're creating different types of content for Smart Plan emails, some of them may error out or show an error on your email if you do not have that license number there. Okay. And coming on down, your website right here. Now, a lot of times we actually see agents put in www into their URL here. If it is your KW agent site, that is actually not compatible. And so if you create marketing, like if you do the text messages or you try to send a hyperlink through an email through one of your smart plans, and a consumer's looking at it and they try to click on your website URL, it will actually default or not take them to your agent's site if it has the www in it. Okay, so just want to make sure we're super clear. The https:// is exactly what it needs before it. So just wanted to make sure if you have any questions or you doubt whether it's really the way it should be, you can always just copy this, open a new tab, paste that link, and just hit enter and let it go ahead and open. So see, it takes us right to our site, and that way we know it's a working link. So we'll close that extra tab. Once you've adjusted that, you can go ahead and save your marketing profile if you've made any changes. Again, if you have any questions about how to fill this out, we have a YouTube video on how to do that, or you can always email us. Okay. All right. Next thing in our prep work is actually over here under command settings. There is a setting over here for smart plans. So you click command settings, smart plans, and time and date. Now this affects the text within your smart plans. You want to choose whichever time zone you are currently in from this drop down, and then click save over on the right hand side. They use time zones to apply time restrictions to the text messages as to when they go out. It's for compliance. So the window for the text to go out is only from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And you can see this right down here. I don't even know if it shows up on your screen because it's so teeny tiny, but 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is when text would go out. And so it's important to set your time zone right here just to make sure everything's in compliance and that the texts aren't going before or after that time. Okay. So this is just another great thing to come in here and just check in your settings to make sure you're good to go. Now that we've done kind of the back office settings, the next place I want to jump into with you is your contacts tab. Over here, top left, second icon, go ahead and give that a click. This is your contacts within command, aka command database. So it will help you out if you go ahead and apply tags to your contacts. If you're not familiar with tags, we do have a database overview class, or again, several YouTube videos to teach you about tags and how to use them with your contacts. It's just a great way to organize them and filter them. I can come in here at any time and click on filters and go through my tags and find a specific group of contacts that I'm looking for. Okay. It also can help you if you've tagged your contacts to know which ones have a birthday on file, have a home anniversary on file. Maybe they also have a neighborhood already on file. If they have any of those things and a primary email address, you can go ahead and get them started right away on a smart plan, like the monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan I shared with you earlier, or the KW authored birthday smart plan that will actually help you remember your clients' birthdays and give you reminders to, like, hey, comment on their social media. Hey, go ahead and do a handwritten card. text them today, call them today. It'll give you all kinds of reminders so that you can make sure you're making those good, valuable connections with your people, okay? Let me show you really quick just how those filters can work. So with your contacts, you can click filters. I recommend the advanced filters. It's just my preference. You can use the ones that are here. This is your filter drawer. You can use any of these, like home anniversary. I can come right here and choose when they have a home anniversary. But if I choose advanced up here at the top right, not only can I come in here, let me add a new one. We're going to keep our tags there, but for you, Eileen, I will help explain that in just a second. We'll actually jump into the library and look at that monthly neighborhood nurture for you. Um, so for filters, I can come in here and actually say, okay, I want to know who has a birthday. So I choose birthday is not empty. So I'm choosing that the field, the birthday field on that contact is not empty, which means I've got a birthday on file for that person. So I can do that filter, and I can also apply an additional filter for email. Because remember, they have to have a primary email address on file if you're going to send them an email, right, through SmartPlans. So I'll want to know who has a birthday and who has that primary email address already on file. So the email is not empty, the birthday is not empty. I could go ahead and hit apply. It will show me all of my contacts that already have a primary email address on file and a birthday. So those guys are ready to go on the birthday smart plan. Pretend I hit apply. I'm going to hit X, but pretend we hit filter and apply so that we're looking right now at the contacts who have the birthday and the email. So then I can go ahead, select all, and from my actions menu, I can add a tag right here. This is called adding a bulk tag. And I would just want to say, okay, birthday smart plan. And since I don't have that tag already created, could have chosen it from the list, but we'll go ahead and click create tag, change its color, and create tag, and hit submit. I've now added a birthday tag. Let me hit, there it goes, it updated. Let me move my little column over so you can see it. So I just added the birthday smart plan tag to this little guy. So now when I'm working on my smart plans, one of the fastest ways that you can add contacts to a smart plan is by adding them based on their tags. So this is going to help us out in the long run. The short and the long of it is go ahead and organize your contacts with your tags. It will make life a lot easier when you go to smart plans. Okay. Now that we've done the back office work, we've got our contacts tagged and organized and ready. Let's work on the actual content of a smart plan email that we would want to send out. So right here in designs on the left, you can click the designs tab. It's a little paintbrush on a piece of paper. You can create custom templates in another platform. Think of like Canva and things like that. However, you have the ability to do so right here within your command and make it look super professional. So on the top right, we'll create design. Just make sure that it's an email template that you are creating because it has to be an email template to be compatible to add to an email. Even if that email is in your another like email campaigns or smart plan emails, either way, if you're adding it to an email in a smart plan in command, you want to make sure it's that email template right here. Okay. So you can choose email template and hit next. It will show you all kinds of templates here within designs that you can go ahead and use. There's even newsletters in here. There's great content in here as well, like low budget projects, healthy home, financial health, how to chill your bills. There's a lot of goodness in here, guys. So you can come in here, choose your template, open it, and edit the way you like, or you can actually create a template from scratch. So we have videos that go into this in detail. If you ever want to learn how to come in here and create your own content and designs, again, tons of archives on our YouTube channel. And we also teach the live class for designs, how to nurture your database using those. But real quick, you can come in here, customize this. We're just going to hit save for today so that we'll have a little template. Let me go ahead and name it. And I'm just going to save it so we'll have a demo to add to our custom smart plan today. We'll exit out. There's also a way to, guys, if you've ever jumped in to create a design and you've chosen social or the print option right here, tons and tons and tons of templates back there, guys. So if you ever find like a social template that you like, very graphic, you can edit it and customize it, and you want that to go out in an email, there's a way to do that too. So you can check out the tip video on our YouTube channel, how to add a social design to your email templates if you ever want to really get into this. And they make some great emails as well, because again, they're super graphic because they're made for social platforms. You can really get creative in here. But for today, I just want you to have the takeaway for this designs tab that it needs to be in an email template like you see right at the end of my mouse in order to be added to a smart plan email. Okay? All right. Now that we have gone through our back office stuff, we've gotten our contacts ready. We've made sure we have content that we want to add into our Smart Plan email. Now we can go ahead and jump into the Smart Plans tab. Going to click that red square at the top so you can see the names, and your Smart Plans are right here, fourth icon down. Let's click that. And now I want to give you some general navigation over the Smart Plans tab just so you can get familiar with everything. And we will jump into detail about how to create one from scratch and make a custom one like you can with this button at the top right hand of your screen. We'll also jump into the library that you see towards the top of the screen, which is where other KW associates and agents have created ready to go smart plans. So you don't have to recreate the wheel, okay? And also, after we do that, I'll show you how a little pro tip about how to add contacts in bulk to your smart plan as well after we go through all of that. So right here, you can see my smart plans tab, which is what we are on. You have a search field so that you can search through all of these smart plans. Like you can see, we have 90. So you can flip through them down here at the bottom if you would like, or you can just use your search bar up here to search for them by name. The blue bar in the middle, you may or may not have this. If you've already X'd it out, that's fine. It's just a reminder to us that we do not have a Twilio account connected. Again, not required, but if you want to do bulk text messaging or text messaging period through your command account and through Smart Plans, Twilio is required for that. But it is an additional subscription. You can click over here to subscribe in the marketplace if you want to. It's not required though. If you grab a smart plan that has that text message step in it, it will just create a task for you to remind you, the agent, to actually manually text that client through your own personal mobile device. Okay. All right. Down below shows our people plans. We have 90. And then right here, you have published. If you have published any of your smart plans, it actually shares it into this library I was mentioning to you so that other associates can use that smart plan and help them leverage their business. So these are the ones that we're using for our people. And these are the ones that you've published out to the public, or not to the public, to the KW agents and associates. Okay. Down here at the bottom, let me flip all the way back here to the beginning. You will see the smart plan name. You'll also see this little caret right here. I can click on that little caret and it will show me the steps that are involved in that smart plan, just like a quick glimpse of that smart plan, just to help you for reference if you need it. You can notice when I put my cursor over the step, it actually gives me a little glimpse of what that text actually is, what's included in that. So we'll just click that little caret or arrow, depending on what you call it, to minimize that again. And over here on the right, you'll notice you have columns for contacts. This is if the contacts have been added to the Smart Plan, which, by the way, means your Smart Plan is activated. It is activated once you add a contact to that plan. That's when it starts. Every time you add a contact to a Smart Plan, that Smart Plan starts for them. So you're never behind. If you've added 100 people to your Smart Plan and now it's like 5 weeks later, you can add more contacts to it and they will start at the beginning. They won't start wherever that plan is in 5 weeks. Okay. So when you add a contact, that contact activates that Smart Plan for them, and it will start them through the beginning of that Smart Plan and move them all the way through the steps. Okay. If it's deactivated, that just simply means you don't have any contacts on it. So as you can see in this column, we don't have any contacts on them. So that means these are all deactivated currently. If we had a contact on one of these Smart Plans, there's one, then you'll see the number of contacts that are on it, and you'll see an eyeball. You can click the eyeball, and it will show you all the contacts that are currently on this. You can choose to remove all, or you can choose to remove some, and that would, in essence, deactivate the Smart Plan if you removed all. But we'll go ahead and close that. But that gives you a view of who is on it and actually how you can remove them if you would like to. One of the ways. You know, if you're familiar with Command at all, there's multiple ways to do the same thing in Command just for your convenience as an agent. Next column, the created date. The duration, meaning that this Smart Plan, you'll see it's a quarterly, right? It runs 91 days. So it runs the full quarter of 90 days. And then that one next day, it starts over. Total touches. This means how many times the client is actually directly reached. So or touched, in other words. So this quarterly call plan, remember it had one step, but look down here, like my 36 touch part 7, right here, there's only 3 touches. There's 3 times that Command directly reaches out to that contact, like through an email or through a text message. All the other steps, they're actually for you, the agent, in that particular plan. So you may not see them listed as touches, even though they are steps within the plan. I hope that makes sense. So I'll show you that in detail in a minute in case I've confused anybody. But the total touches means how many times that client is actually directly interacted with. Over here on the right, you have an actions column. You have a little person with a plus sign. This is where you can add contacts. If I wanted to add someone else to that plan, I can click add. You can choose from the list, but remember I told you it's very easy to add from tags. Right here, you could choose your tags. Just click the tags that you want to add for the contacts. Your contacts will show over here on the left, and you can select all and add to Smart Plan if you would like. Cancel out. Also, a pencil to edit it. I'll show you this in detail in just a little bit. I want to show you how to create one from scratch first, so then the editing process will make a little more sense. And then you have 3 dots over here on the right where you can actually make a copy of that Smart Plan if you would like. You can publish it to the library like we mentioned before, or you can delete that Smart Plan. Now our delete is actually grayed out, as you can see, and it lets you know it's an active Smart Plan. It's been activated because we have that contact on it. Okay. That's the general navigation of your Smart Plans tab here. Now let's actually jump into creating our own custom Smart Plan. And I'm going to show you from the bottom up how you can construct this. Over on the top right, let's grab that create button. It'll first ask you to name it. Create plan. And this is what the layout will look like when you are actually creating a Smart Plan or editing it. On the left-hand side, you have your steps. create a task, make a call, send an email, send a text, or add to a smart plan, because a smart plan can actually add the contact to an additional smart plan. Think about if you're nurturing them on a smart plan to see if they're ready to sell, and then now you started making contact with them and they're actually interested in your services and actually want to start talking. Well, maybe you can get them to add to a smart plan for something else. Or if you have them on monthly neighborhood nurture and now you want to add them to the birthday smart plan after a certain period of time, you can start to do those things. Just let you know that you can link one smart plan to start having it add the contacts to a secondary smart plan as it goes through. Over on the bottom left, compliance and best practices for outreach. Great information if you ever want to come read this. I'm going to minimize it so you can see what's below it as well. You have tips and rules down here at the bottom. These are great to review as well because it lets you know some of the limits. Like when you are sending a text, you can only send one automated text step to each day just to prevent you from spamming a person. Okay, so there's some really helpful things in here to come and review. I just want you to be familiar with where they're located. That's on the left-hand side of your screen. In the middle is actually where we're going to build our smart plan. You will see me adjust every single step right here, and I'll show you as we go through. It'll make more sense in just a minute when we start building it, but you'll actually see the whole smart plan right here as we begin to build it out. On the right-hand side are your details. This is where we actually will start jumping in to edit the details in the smart plan itself. Right now, since we don't have any steps added, there's nothing here for day one. You'll notice this shares just your general smart plan details. Like I can come and edit the name again if I would like. Currently, it's just 1 day long because we have nothing here. Has 0 steps. Remember, these are your steps over here on the left. It has 0 touches because we haven't added anything that would directly affect our client. And we haven't asked it to repeat yet. A smart plan can actually repeat itself a certain number of times or an unlimited number of times, depending on what you would like it to do. If you would like it to be recurring every 90 days, recurring every 1 year, every month, every week, whatever it is that you would like it to do, you can actually set it up to repeat. Down here for auto add remove rules, you can actually set this up that when a contact has a certain tag added to them in your contact database, that it will automatically add them to the smart plans. Those are called trigger tags, and we're going to jump into that today to actually explain that more and show you how it works. But that would be really great, right? If you already have these smart plans here and ready, and then you start getting leads from like you're a paid ad or a consumer actually enters their information on your website, and you have a lead management rule set up in your command to automatically tag those contacts with a certain tag, well, you can have a trigger set up on your smart plan that as soon as the smart plan see that that trigger was added to a contact, that tag was added to a contact, that contact will automatically get added on a smart plan. This would be great leverage for like in the middle of the night when you can't get up and make contact with a lead because your phone just went off, but you're half asleep, right? You can go ahead and leverage your system to do this automatically for you. The remove contact rules are over here. I'll go ahead and show you what these are. Basically, you can set it up to where if a contact replies to an email that was sent out from this smart plan, if you check this box, that contact will automatically be removed from the smart plan after they reply, meaning that replies in your inbox, you're going to handle them now, and you no longer want them moving forward on this smart plan. Again, this is 100% optional. You can just make sure that's unclicked if you want that contact to continue on this smart plan, even if they reply to you. This would be a great option to use like on the monthly neighborhood nurtures. They might start reaching out to you with questions or, hey, I'm ready to sell, or hey, I want to know what my house is worth. But you also want them to continue to receive those monthly notifications. You don't want it to stop. right? So you would not choose this for that plan. Next, contact replies to an automated text from the Smart Plan. If you have automated text sent out and they actually reply to one of those text messages, this would cause that contact to be removed from this Smart Plan if you had this option checked. But again, it's optional. You can allow the contact to continue on the Smart Plan no matter how they are interacting with you, whether they've replied to the email or the automated text. And down here at the bottom, this is where you can add contacts to the Smart Plan. Notice it's not going to let us right now because we haven't built our plan yet. We don't have any steps yet. But once we do, you'll notice that this becomes editable, if that's a word, and you can go ahead and add contacts from right here within the Smart Plan as well. So let's jump into these steps, okay? The create a task. I'm just going to click on the step and drag and drop. And now that step is added. It is day one. So that means anything that is on the day one step, you can see right here, it will occur immediately after that contact is added to the Smart Plan. The only thing that would not be immediate is if you had a text on that first day, on day one. If you did a text, remember that is limited for that time zone. So if the contact got added to the Smart Plan in the middle of the night, it would wait until that 8 a.m. window within your time zone to send out that text message. So just remember, day one step is automatic in most cases except for the text. For this create a task step, notice on the right-hand side our details changed because now we are editing the details within that step. So for a task, it lets you name that task. This is something you would see internally within your Command Tasks tab or on the preview on your command dashboard or notifications. Okay, so just an internal name just for you. So you could make it anything you would like. Maybe this is something just for you to remember. So we'll say social connection. And for description, or invite contact to like Facebook business page. Okay. Notice for the task name, I can even add a merge tag right here. This means I can add their name, even their email or their phone number. Maybe if it's a reminder to celebrate their birthday, I could even include the birth date right in the task name or the home anniversary. So I can click any of these and it will auto-populate that contact's information right here for me in the task name so that even at a quick glance, I know immediately the information that I need to complete that task. Those merge fields are also available right here in your description to yourself. So you can add any of these pieces of information right here within the description. So if I wanted to add their first name, their last name, maybe I want to be able to look them up by email on the social platform. Whatever you feel like is pertinent, you can add that in here and it will auto-populate that information. It's pulling from your command contacts when it's filling in that information, okay? Also, you can mark as a touch task. Remember, you're building this. So if this means that you are going to directly interact with that client, that they will know that you're reaching out to them and interact with them, you can mark this as a touch task if you want to. If not, if it's something for you internally, like maybe you were checking the listings in their area to see if any competition has come on the market or to see if any great properties that they're looking to buy have come on the market. Something that would be task oriented for you that would not necessarily mean that you're interacting with that client. You could leave it as not a touch task. Going down, you can even add a hyperlink right here to a SmartPlan task. This would be great if you're planning on reaching out to them, or maybe there's a website that you yourself need to reference. You can always include the hyperlink right here. For quick reference again, you can set your priority level, like high if you'd like to, and you can also set when this task is due. It could be on the same day, next day, or however many days ahead that you would like it to be. For tasks, it lets you schedule up to 14 days. You can have it be for all day And if it is due for that day, all day, you have up until 11:59 p.m. before it's marked as late or past due. So again, you can check it however you would like to. If you know you're in the office only until 3 every day, then maybe you're going to make this due by 2:30 so that you need to get this done before you leave that day. So you can mark it high priority, have it be on the same day, meaning the same day that this contact is added to the smart plan, you will immediately get a task to reach out to this person. So then you can set that up with the date and the time if you would like. And when should the task be created? Now, this is a little different because we are on day one and we only have a day one of our task, right? So if we had more days created already, like if this was, a quarterly smart plan and we had 90 days worth of steps right here on the left, it would give us a different option to create that. And remember what I told you about day one? Day one starts immediately anyway. So as we move and create different steps on different days, I'll be able to show you the time of day options that you will have because you will get different options depending on what type of step it is and the different day that it's on. I'll bring clarity to that in just a second. Hang in there with me. So we'll go ahead and click Add Step for that. And now it's created. You'll see our summary of the details we just adjusted on the right. I have a pencil if I need to go edit, and I have a trash can if I want to delete. Now we can go in here and add another day. We can have it wait 1 day, or maybe we want it to wait maybe a week or more. You can adjust how many days are in between that first step and that second step right here and apply change. And so now you'll notice step one for our task was on day one, but our next step will wait until day 8 to execute. So let's go ahead and grab our next step. This is make a call. And again, guys, you can put these steps in any order and you don't have to use all of them in the same smart plan. You can just come in here and make this just a call plan. So only use the make a call step and have it repeat every 90 days, like a quarterly call plan. So I'm just going through all the steps because I want you to see all of the edit features for our overview, okay? So we grab the make a call. Now, Command does not automatically call your client for you. It's not a robot. It's not a call service. So make a call actually translates to it's making you a call task. So over here on the right, you'll notice this looks pretty much the same as it did when we were creating just a basic task. A call task is just going to have that icon for the phone here and have different indicators to you that it's, hey, this is a phone call and you need to be able to, grab your device and make a call when you're doing this task. So task name, again, you can put call, add merge, choose the contact's first name. Maybe you want to put the last name as well so that you'll know, especially if you have a lot of clients that have the same first name or a generic first name. You can say call first name, last name. So at a glance, you know immediately with this task what we're doing. For your description, you can actually go ahead and have their phone number automatically populated in the description for you right here. You can even come down and add notes for yourself. Oh, it just left me. There used to be a great like letters that we could ask when we were calling our clients for KW, and it just left me. Like ask for family, vacation, and future goals, but I can't remember the letters. Anyway, if anybody remembers that, drop it in the chat. I can't believe that just left my head that fast. But anyway, you have your certain things that you can actually build a conversation of, and there's 4 points that you can always use to connect with that person and bring value to them, and make a deep connection. So you can actually add your list right here to check on family, career, goals, vacation, just to give yourself some talking points when making that phone call to check on them, right? Coming on down, you can add that hyperlink if you need it, if you want to reference it or be able to look at it while you're talking to them. Change your priority level that you've seen before. Add your task due date like before. And then step details. Now you can see that we've got a few options here because we have now 8 days. So when would this task be created? It would be created on the 8th day. We'll just leave it at that. But now we have our time of day options. So I can have this task to make a call be created early in the morning if that's when I know I'll be sitting at my desk doing my lead gen, right? Or morning 8 to 12, afternoon 12 to 4, and evening 4 to 8. So you get to choose when this task will be created and populated and start giving you notifications. So just do whatever again is personal for your business. Ford, Joanne for the win, Jeanette. Yes, thank you. That completely left my mind. I had a rough idea. So that that is great. So to explain to somebody that is watching this back on recording, Ford Conversations is a great way to have a meaningful connection with who you are talking to. So you use the Ford as a reference. So family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Those are the things that you can ask them about and talk about. Great job, guys. Somebody's paying attention and learning. That's excellent. All right. And so you can go ahead and add this step to your smart plan. Let's add our next day. Again, you can adjust how many days you want it to wait. Also know when I click on this step, see those 6 little dots? I can change these out. I can drag and drop them and have them change places as well. So you can change the order. Just know that you can do that. Okay. And so down here, I'm adding my last day or I'm adding my additional day. Still so excited about remembering the Ford thing that I'm getting my words mixed up. So we'll go over here and now grab our email step. Come in, drag and drop it. And over here on the right, notice I have 2 different types of emails that I can actually send out. One is simple. Guys, simple is simple. It just means it's whatever you have entered into this text box. They will see this subject. It's just like a regular subject line on any email. You can make it whatever you like. Come down here and enter the text of your email right here. You can use these editing features. We have some bold, italics. You can actually make a list, change the font, and actually change some of the color as well, and your alignment. You have up to 2,000 characters that you can add right here. You still have your merge tags. So if you wanted it to be personal for them, you can say hello, first name, comma, and get to the body of your email. Now notice, since this is a simple email, it does not include your pretty little footers or email signatures that it normally would if you were sending this out through another way in command, okay, or through your email. It will only include for a simple email what you have entered here. So you would manually need to enter your information if you want there to be any type of signature. So agent name, phone number. Actually, let me just make sure that I'm being super clear about this. Your name would go right here. With your phone number, you would need to type it out or you would need to use your merge tags. With these merge tags, you'll notice there's actually a couple of agent options right here. You can do agent first name. So instead of typing out your name, there we go. Let me just delete it, make it easy. It's not cooperating today. Add merge tag, agent first name, agent last name. So this will put your first name and last name from your marketing profile within that email. Next, you can use the team name if you're on a team or your KW app link if you want to add that into your signature. Notice there is not one for phone number, so you would need to manually add your phone number to this email step, okay? You can also add a hyperlink if you want to send them a link other than your app link. You can include that there too. Your reply to email is going to be the one that we set up with command mail. And you'll notice the step details are the same. Choose the day that you want this step to occur. And then also choose the time of day. If you know you want your email to go out first thing, so you can do in the morning, 8 to 12. If you want it to be super early, so it's actually in their inbox when they're waking up and checking their phone, you can do that too, whatever you prefer for your business, and just hit add step when you're done. Now that's a simple email. Notice we have a designs option. The designs option means that we can take that great content, that great graphic content that you've created in your command designs tab, and add it into an email in your smart plan. So you can adjust the subject, but for the content, it just lets you select that design. So we can select design. It will show you any of your email templates and also your KW templates that are available. So you can come in here and grab anything that you've already edited. And we see ours right here. So we'll just double click that or single click it actually. It asks if you want to edit it one more time. If you haven't already, you can come up here to options and send yourself a test email just to see if you would like. We always recommend that. But if you know that you've already checked this, it's exactly like you want it to be, you can just go ahead and click save and click the X. It will ask you to save again. And you click X again. There we go. It's a little slow today. And now it's added to your design email so that when this goes out, exactly how you saw it in that test email or in designs is how it will be displayed for that person, but it will autofill your information. It will add your logo. It'll add your photo. If you used any merge tags in that design, it could still be personalized to them, like hello, and have your contact's first name, things like that. So you don't lose your personalization with your merge tags. It's still there. You would just do that when you're building your design. And again, if you have any questions about that, particularly with building the designs and personalizing them, we have, again, YouTube videos to go into that in detail. Coming on down, same steps, guys. Choose the day you want it on and choose the time of day you want it to go out. And you can add that step. All right. Next step over here on the left, let's add another day. Grab a send text. Now, this is going to look different if you have automated text messaging or if you don't have automated text messaging, that Twilio account. If you have Twilio, you can choose send an automated text and you have two options. You can enter your text message here. You still have merge tags. You can choose like their first name. So instead of demo text, hello. And whatever body of the text that you would like to add. You can even add emojis over here on the right and add those in. Notice it says static. What that means is if this is like a repeating smart plan or you've added this contact to this smart plan multiple times, no matter how many times that contact goes through this smart plan, they will always receive this same one text every single time they come through it. However, there's dynamic texting with Twilio. You can click dynamic, and now notice you have multiple text messages. You can create up to 6 text messages. And when this contact rolls through this smart plan the first time, they'll get text number 1. When they roll through it the second time, they'll get text number 2. So it's a little less robotic, a little more personal. And each time they go through this smart plan, again, it's a different connection with them so that they don't feel like it's super automated or cold. Okay, so it's a great option if you do have that Twilio account set up to choose dynamic texting. Down here at the bottom, you'll be able to again choose the day and choose the time of day that it'll go out. Excuse me. For texting, remember the time constraints. So it only lets you do from 8 a to 8 p. So you don't have that early morning option, but you can choose any of the others. Now, going back up to the top, if you do not have Twilio account connected to Command, you can always choose create a text task. So you can choose that and create the task name if you want it, because again, this is internal now. It's going to just give you a task reminder to send that automated text from your own device. So text, and you can add their name, whatever description you need to add for yourself. Again, merge tags available. You know what a task looks like. It's the same options, priority level, when you would like that task to be created to remind you, and then also the step details down here. So you can choose when and what day and hit add step. Last but not least, see the add to a smart plan option over here. You can drag and drop it. It'll go on that day or Again, I can come down here and add my next day. Add my next day. There we go. Add to Smart Plan. So this way I can have it added to another Smart Plan that is already within my Smart Plans tab. So if I want to start adding them to the biweekly neighborhood nurture, which is the same as the monthly neighborhood nurture, it would just go out every 2 weeks instead of once a month. I can have them added to this Smart Plan on the last day of this Smart Plan whenever I want it to happen that day. Okay. And so now I know that contact has actually moved all the way through this Smart Plan and is now added to the next one and continues in my flow of business. So it's really, really great leverage, guys. Go ahead and add that step. And down here, notice we have an add repeat, our little last thing for today. You can add a repeat for this plan and you can say how many days does it repeat? Let's say after 7 days at the end, it will repeat and start back at day 1, and we'll have it repeated 1 to 6 times or unlimited amount of times, and add that repeat down at the bottom. Now that we've built our Smart Plan, over on the right, you can come in here and edit any of these options. The add trigger tags. I haven't saved my plan yet. I was like, why is it not letting me edit that? Go ahead and click Save Plan at the top. That is saving our Smart Plan that we just built. And now I can add trigger tags. I got 2 minutes left in the class, guys. I'm going to go a couple minutes over. If you need to go, no worries. This is recorded and will be on YouTube, or you can go find the archive on our YouTube and watch the other class. It will show you the end of this class. But I am going to go a couple of minutes over today, so I apologize. So right here for add trigger tags, you can click that. You can choose up to 10 tags, and when a contact has that tag added to it, they will automatically get started on this Smart Plan. If you're not familiar with lead routing rules, go and check those out. Again, we have some content on our YouTube, or you can email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll help you learn about those lead routing rules or lead management rules. But basically, that means when a lead comes into your command, it will automatically assign a tag and automatically assign them to a Smart Plan. If you're manually working in our contacts or you have lead routing rules added, whatever it is, whatever you've done to cause a tag to be added to a contact, if you have that tag listed right here, then that person will go ahead and get started on this Smart Plan. So you can come through and search through your tags. You should be able to type that in and actually sort your tags for you. For some reason, it is not. But you can come through here and select up to 10 tags. Just click the ones that you want to be added and add triggers. You can come back and edit those if you need to. And now look, it's letting us add contacts to our Smart Plan. You can search by name or tags. Remember, we were using those to help organize. So if you want to, you can always come in here and type in any tags, select the ones that you want added. It's actually not pulling any contacts for those tags, but if there were, those people would come up right here in the list, and you can add them to the Smart Plan. So we'll go ahead and choose Add to Smart Plan. And this is how you schedule a Smart Plan. You can start it right now, or you can start on a specific date. If we had more than one contact being added to the Smart Plan right at this moment, we would have a third option of staggering. And what I mean by that is it would take those contacts and stagger how many are starting the Smart Plan. Because remember, we had a task created for day 1, meaning if you were trying to add 100 contacts to this Smart Plan and start it immediately, you would be drowning in 100 tasks created today for you. So something to be mindful of if you're adding a lot of contacts to a Smart Plan. Take care of yourself. Do not set yourself up for failure by having 100+ tasks created on the same day. Choose the stagger option. It can do, like, if you're setting 100 up, you could do like 15 a day, 10 a day. And so over the next few days, it would add 10 at a time, and you can keep up with those, right? So choose your option to schedule it. Check that you've read the disclaimer and hit confirm, and that will start your Smart Plan. It would then be activated because we've added a contact to it and scheduled it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and X that out for us. we're going to choose exit because we don't want this to start, and we'll choose X at the top right. But you can see our smart plan right here. Okay, it's 19-day duration and with 3 total touches, and we created it today. That's how you create a custom smart plan. Now, the library, just really quickly, guys, coming back here to the library, I just want to show you where you can come back here and find good quality content and not have to recreate the wheel. You can see the featured smart plans that are right here. I didn't click on anything. It's just having a moment. They've been doing some big updates to Command, guys, so I apologize. Let me go ahead and hit refresh and see if we can get it to come on back. There we go. So, all right. So, featured right here, like the monthly call plan. This has been rated with 4.5 stars 48 times. It's 10,000 downloads on this already. So, you can come in here, view the steps for it. If you like it, go ahead and click Add Smart Plan. It'll ask you to name it, and you can click Download to add it to your My Smart Plans over here so you can start working on it. Coming on down, this is the Keller Williams authored smart plans right here. This is what I mainly want to show you guys about right here. These are tried and true. It has limited ability to edit these because they're just made to just be able to go, and you use them right away. If you grab a smart plan created by any other author, we recommend sending a test to yourself first and going through it and making sure it only has your branding on it and not the other agents. But for Keller Williams, you know that it is made and coded correctly to pull from your command information, your marketing profile, and your contacts. So it's tried and true and will work. Specifically, especially if we go to the right arrow over here, the birthday smart plan. And if I go to the right again, the home anniversary smart plan. Those two particularly will actually pull from the information on your contacts in your command database. If you find some birthday or home anniversary smart plans or anything else that includes a date back here, just double check it because usually they're not created to pull from the exact date on your contacts. And you can set up like a birthday smart plan and your entire database will get a happy birthday today. So just check that. And your monthly neighborhood nurture is the one right here that I wanted to show you. View steps. You'll see that it sends an email once a month. It is an automated email that's created that populates based on the neighborhood that you've added to your contact. It waits 30 days and restarts an unlimited amount of times. And you can always add that smart plan to your My Smart Plans and go ahead and add contacts to it and you're ready to run. As long as they have a primary email address on file and a neighborhood on their contact profile, you can go ahead and add them to the monthly neighborhood nurture. It's a great way to start nurturing your database. And that is it, guys. Again, sorry about going over a couple of minutes today. If you are here with me live and you have any questions, please drop those in the chat. If you are watching this back on recording and have any questions, just reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and we'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching.